What's going on, guys? In this week's Crypto Friday 5, we're going to be discussing South Korea, the Netherlands, Binance, some big news about Bittrex and Deutsche Bank, and I'll be covering a little bit about EOS as well. A lot of big news has gone on this week, so I'm excited to share it with you guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is Welcome to Crypto. My name is Mike, and this is the Crypto Friday 5, where we discuss the previous week in cryptocurrency news so that you guys can stay informed on what's going on and so that I can stay informed as well and stay up on everything. So, first thing we're going to be discussing today is Bitcoin's price action. As we can see from the 19th, so that's 2 weeks ago, since I didn't make a video last week, I'd kind of recap this. Not much happened in cryptocurrency anyway. Last week we started around the 83 to 8,500 level, pretty steady decline in the previous week, and this week we found some support and we're sitting around 74, 7,500. If I had to guess, if we look at the chart overall, this goes all the way back to, we can go back to the beginning of Bitcoin, but looking all the way back to October 15th, 2017, right before the big run, we've seen a lot of bounces directly above 6K and at 6,500, and it seems that we're having higher lows, so it's bouncing off of higher levels, and hopefully that's a bullish sign and we see a significant increase. A lot of people are predicting like 50K Bitcoin by the end of the year. I don't know, we'll see about that. So let's take a look at the first piece of news. South Korea's National Assembly makes official proposal to lift ICO ban. This is from ccn.com, not to be confused with cnn.com, although I don't know if it's any better. So the fact that Korea and Asia are very, very big part of the cryptocurrency market, and it's very good news that they're trying to lift the ban on ICOs. ICOs and exchanges are kind of the first place that governments are kind of cracking down on cryptocurrency in an attempt to control the market and to protect consumers. So the fact that they're trying to pass, basically what this says is they're trying to pass legislation to lift the ban on ICOs in Korea. So they're actively working towards that. This doesn't mean that the ban on ICOs has been lifted. So don't be too confused by that. All right, so the second article today is the Netherlands Land Registry to test blockchain solutions for real estate. I don't know about you guys, but this is one of the most exciting things about blockchain technology. When I learned that we could tokenize a house, you can put the deed on a public digital ledger that could be almost impossible to hack, like Bitcoin. It would cost more money than it's worth to hack Bitcoin. So hopefully in the future, all the blockchains have such long digital ledgers that to hack it would just not even be worth it. But I digress. Netherlands. So they're looking at implementing blockchain solution for real estate. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. An enterprise architect at the Land Registry has said that the institution is seeking to understand what the relatively new technology means for the property sphere and expects a blockchain solution will be integrated into its system within 1 to 3 years. This is so huge, I don't know if you guys realize it, but if you zoom out, a lot of countries and governments all over the world, especially in the Asian countries, but also all over Europe and in the United States, blockchain and cryptocurrencies are under a microscope, and there's a lot of legislations trying to be passed. They're all trying to figure out what this is, how it works, and how to regulate it in some way, and to protect consumers and probably to get their piece of the pie as well. Imagine a house, the equity in a home is tokenized into, let's say, smaller shares. So, now if you wanted to buy a house for $100,000, you'd have to go get a loan, or you'd have to put up the 100,000 in some way, shape, or form, right? If the house is tokenized, you no longer need to put up that 100,000. You can maybe buy a share of the house that's, say one token is worth $1. You can buy $1 worth of the equity in that home. If the owner wants to sell, let's say the house is worth 100K and they want to sell 10,000 of it, they can put that on like an exchange and they can sell $10,000 worth of the equity in their home. This is like groundbreaking stuff, man. It's so cool. So if that makes sense to you guys, maybe that's exciting news to you, but it definitely is to me. All right, so moving on to the third article today. Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, plans a $1 billion investment fund. So basically what this is saying is they're taking a $1 billion investment fund that they're creating and investing in startups. I don't know if there are any notable things from this article. I guess this project will utilize blockchain technology to redesign the relationship between the interest and power of entrepreneur, laborers, consumers, investors, and organizers. Dash Chain will establish a community ecosystem with value anchoring, and it's expected to achieve a pure shared ecosystem and solve the problem of unfair distribution of productivity and wealth, Binance said in a statement. This is the first company that or first startup that Binance invested in. So they're planning on using the BNB token, which is the Binance token, to create a fund and invest in startups. So, we saw Coinbase do this not too long ago. They have now a startup fund, and they were funded as well as a startup by Y Combinator, I believe, which is like one of the biggest startup investment funds. So this is very exciting to just see the big players in the space pushing forward and supporting like the smaller guys, so that we can see this community and the cryptocurrency space grow exponentially in the next like 5 to 10 years. Now, moving on to the fourth article today. Bittrex lands bank agreement to help customers buy Bitcoin with dollars. Again, this is huge. Not just for the specifics of Bittrex. So basically now you can go onto the Bittrex exchange, deposit $1,000 from your bank account to Bittrex, and then you can buy Bitcoin with it on the exchange. Now, why is that a big deal? Because Bittrex is a US-based company, and they're following all the guidelines and regulations from the government. So they're doing this the proper way and making sure that they aren't like breaking any rules or laws. So they're very much under the eye of the government. So this is really exciting that now you can use dollars to buy Bitcoin through the Bittrex exchange. You were able to do this before on Kraken, Coinbase, Upbit. I mean, there's a handful of other exchanges that have offered this, but now Bittrex, which has been known as like one of the biggest altcoin exchanges, is now accepting fiat currency. So, and eventually, I mean, the goal is to be able to buy altcoins, like let's say EOS, or you name it, Neo, any of the other altcoins, to be able to buy those with US dollars. You can't really do that right now. So that's kind of the next step in this process, is for them to offer that. And I think we're going to see that probably by the end of the year, hopefully. Chief Executive Officer of Bittrex, Bill Shahara, says the exchange has been working on this partnership for months. It's been a long path, he commented. It's not just about banks being able to trust Bittrex, it's about banks being able to trust crypto in general. And I think it's really showing that crypto is turning the corner in terms of mainstream acceptance. B of A and Chase have kind of blacklisted crypto exchanges, and they're not allowing like money to flow in and out of the exchanges. And a lot of other banks have done that as well. So to see some banks stepping up, like Barclays has some interest in doing this as well. To see the banks stepping up and doing this is a very good sign for things to come. Now, moving on to the fourth article today. This is from CNN.com, not to be confused with CCN.com. Deutsche Bank CEO is sick and tired of bad news. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I kind of learned recently that Deutsche Bank has been struggling for a couple of years now, and they're constantly laying people off. It's just a bad sign for banking in general when one of the biggest banks is what seems like headed down a very bad path. Deutsche Bank has cut more than 7,000 jobs, and Citigroup and Deutsche Bank face criminal cartel charges. In his letter to his employees on Friday, suing kids' risks have been reduced, capital has been strengthened, and the bank reorganized. So they're trying to reinstill faith in the bank. Yes, our share price is at a historic low, but we'll prove that we have earned a better valuation on the financial markets. We've achieved a lot that we can be proud of. So this is I think the CEO basically trying to reinstill the confidence in the bank. For the cryptocurrency space, when they see banks starting to fail, that's a good sign for cryptocurrency because they're aiming to make banks less relevant. All right, the final topic today is EOS. They are launching their mainnet in about 1 day and 2 hours. So this is a website that shows the countdown for when that's happening. Why is this relevant? Because the EOS tokens that you're holding right now, if you guys have any, they have no use case. They're just kind of placeholders for the mainnet tokens. So you need to trade the tokens that you have now for the real mainnet tokens, and it goes live in just a little over 24 hours. I'll leave links in the description below for some information about that if you guys need some information about the swap. And that's going to wrap it up for today. If you guys found the information useful, make sure to hit that thumbs up button or the subscribe button for more videos in the future. And if I missed any articles, can't cover everything, let me know in the comment section below the video, and leave a link to it so that everybody else can check it out, and we can all keep each other informed. Also, let me know what you guys think about the Netherlands implementing the land registry blockchain thing. I mean, is it as exciting for you as it is for me? I guess I'm just geeking out on this shit. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Much love. Peace.